Hello Ansh, good morning. Hello everyone, very good morning to all of you. Is the voice clear? Is the voice audible to all of you? Kindly mention yes in the comment section. All right, all right. So let's start today's current affairs session. So today is 3rd of October 2024 and this is our current affairs session. So let's start with. So see, many students are asking, sir, where we can get the PDF of these classes. So all the daily current affairs classes you can get the PDF from the Oliveboard app, as well as I will try to add the PDF in your Telegram batch also. Okay, so you can join my Telegram group. The name of the Telegram group is GA by Yes Sir. Okay, so you can join this Telegram group. And see, yesterday I have shared that LICHFL PDF also. Before that, I have shared that important all the questions from the Clerk's main or from the Economic Times. So I have showed all the question and the link associated with the Economic Time, so that you can just click on the link and you can get whatever question was asked from that particular news. So I believe the new course has started, Ansh. All right. So it has already been started, or it will the new batch may come from a day or two after this particular session. So you can log into Oliveboard app. All right, and you can see all the upcoming courses. Clear? Also, you should join this Telegram group. So I will share all the updates regarding new batches also. Clear? Good morning, Nishi. Good morning. So let's start with our importance of the day. So what day is today? It is 3rd of October and it is celebrated worldwide as German Unity Day. So what was happened today? It marks the reunification of Germany in 1990. Okay, so the East and West Germany, it was all reunited together. Clear? And this West Germany and East Germany was merged, right? So after this Second World War, so there was this phenomena in which this Germany was divided into two parts, both governed by the different governments. So there was a person called Otto von Bismarck, and he worked tirelessly, tried to reunify the entire Germany. So the West Germany and the East Germany was reunified on this day, 3rd October 2024. Hello Gomati, good morning. So I believe you all must wake up, all right. So I know this is a bit early, but see, trying to cover your current affairs the first thing in the morning, and for the rest of the day, what you can do, you can dedicate your time to other subjects, dedicate your time for solving mock tests, right? So this is the most sensible thing to do first thing in the morning, all right. Now let's see. So today there are more of the financial and banking news were there, all right, and we have to understand each and every concept of the banking terms, because see, there are certain terms which they can ask in the exam directly. Also, in order to understand the current event, the current news, you should understand that static banking term. So I will try to help you understand all those terms today. So starting with the international news, news was that Iran launches missile attack on Israel amid rising tension. So we have seen that, I believe you all must have seen that there was a YouTube video in which multiple missiles were fired from Iran on Israel. All right. So because of, see, all these were escalated from that Israel and Palestinian issue. Okay, so it started with that. All the Arab nations were favoring the Hamas and the counterpart of the Israel nation. Okay, they were not supporting Israel, but the NATO alliances, the pro-US government, right, they all were supporting Israel. So so Iran also joined in the same league. Okay, they were against Israel and they have started firing missiles. So this might escalate into a new war, but we're trying that this should not happen. Okay, so just remember, there are some few names, just remember this thing. So Iran launched a missile attack against Israel targeting Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. Okay, so these are the important places in Israel, so you should remember these names. So they can ask that Tel Aviv is located in which of the following country. Okay, and nearly 200 missiles were fired. 200 missiles. Just remember that this thing. Okay, and the attack name was Operation True Promise 2. This was the name of the operation, which was done by Iran. Okay, so this was about the news of this, right? Now, this was the news. Now we have to relate that particular news with the static portion. So about the Iran, you should remember that the capital of Iran is Tehran. Okay, I believe this is not visible. Is it visible, guys? The blue thing? Yes or no? Let me write it again. The capital of Iran is Tehran. The language is Persian. And the supreme leader here is Ali Khamenei. Okay, Ali Khamenei. Then we have Israel. The capital is Jerusalem. Language here is spoken is Hebrew, and president is Isaac Herzog. President Isaac Herzog. And then we have the Prime Minister of Israel, very important person, Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu. So you should remember these names. All right, and let's see where is Israel on the map of world. Okay, so here you can see that. So this is this shoe-shaped peninsula is known as Arabian Peninsula, and here you can see that this is Israel. Okay, this triangle shaped island is Israel. Okay, on the north of Israel we have Lebanon. Here on the south of Israel we have Egypt. This entire is Egypt. Okay, and we have Iran here, right? So this is Iran. So they have fired missile on Israel. Clear? So just remember this thing. And here we have Syria, Iraq, and the neighbor of Israel, that is Jordan. So you should remember the location so that it will give you a proper idea what is happening, where it is happening. Okay. Hello, Sabri. Good morning. All right. So this was the news. Now moving on to the next news. A very important appointment was there. Okay. So Surgeon Vice Admiral Aarti Sarin, she has become the first woman Director General of Armed Forces Medical Services. Alright, so remember the name. These are kind of one-liner kind of current affairs. Okay, who has been appointed as the Director General of Armed Forces Medical Services. Right. So she is the first woman to hold the DGAFMS post. Remember this. And she previously served as the Director General of Medic Service in the Indian Navy and Air Force. So this is about her history, and she was the former Director and Commandant of Armed Forces Medical College, Pune. And she was commissioned into the Air Force Medical Services in 1985, and she holds the MD in radio diagnosis. Okay. So radio diagnosis, it is used for detecting cancer. So this is about Vice Admiral Aarti Sarin. So see, I'm marking the key points here. You don't have to remember everything, what she has done, what she has not done, in order to get a proper hold of that current affairs. I'm telling you. But in exam, what they ask is who is now the present, who is the first woman to hold the leadership of, let's say, Armed Forces Medical Services. So remember the name Aarti Sarin. This is the thing you should remember in this entire news. Alright, and she is the lady you can see here. This is a very, see, these are the basic kind of example which set which set motivation for all those women who are trying very hard in their life to achieve their goals. Okay, so I believe many of you who are preparing, so those of you who are female and who are preparing for any kind of exam, you can take motivation from her, right? So dedication is very important. And what I was telling you, see, everyone is running behind motivation. Sir, how can we get motivated to study for this exam? You don't need daily motivation. Okay, because see, again, when you see one video on YouTube, that any motivational video, it will give you a, let's say, 1 or 2 minute rush that yes, I will do it, I will do it. Then you, after 1 or day 2, you stop doing that. So how you can maintain that thing for a longer time? Then comes discipline. That I have to do first thing in the morning this session, then I have to take my breakfast, then I will do some exercise or whatever, then I'll start my second subject. In afternoon, I'll try to solve one mock test. In evening, what I will do, I will read the other subject, and in the late in the evening, I will revise the entire thing which I have done in the entire day. So this, when you make this kind of plan and stick to this thing for a longer duration of time, it is called discipline. Okay, so always try to keep discipline as your source of constant motivation, not these videos. These are temporary things. Okay, so as a friend, as your mentor, I'm just telling you, be very disciplined. Those who remain disciplined for the longer amount of time, they are going to definitely succeed, right? We have seen many students, we have seen, see, I've seen one of my students was there. He was very intelligent. Okay, what he used to do is he come to the class, he attended the class and went off to do other things, right? 1 week, 2 weeks, after 2 weeks he stopped attending the classes. There was this other student, he was very average, but he was regularly attending the classes, making short notes and doing the same boring stuff every day, each and every day. He got through this bank exam very easily. Alright, so just do the boring things every day and you will definitely going to succeed. Now, 2 women officers of the Indian Navy embark on global sailing voyage. Okay, so these 2 ladies, you can see Navika, the name of the project is Navika Sagar Parikrama. Navika Sagar Parikrama. In English, if you can say that, it is basically circumnavigating the entire globe, right? So Lieutenant Commander Dilna K and Rupa A. Alright. So in short, you can remember by Dilrupa. Okay. You can remember that Dilrupa of the Indian Navy going on a historic global circumnavigation expedition. So how you can make a short note? Dilrupa equal to circumnavigating globe. Okay, so just remember. And what is the purpose of this expedition? Promote maritime awareness and highlights women participation in the defense services. These are saying these are basically the objective, that women should also join the defense services, and this exercise is promoting that awareness. All right. Good morning, sir. Where should we get the PDF of this? You will get the PDF from the Oliveboard app. So after the class, let's say today's class will end around, let's say, 8 a.m. So by, let's say, in the evening, or by, let's say, 12 in the hour, I'll try to upload all this PDF by 12 noon. Okay. Also, I'll try to send these PDFs in the GA by Yash sir Telegram group. Okay, so do join that group. Sometimes I try to I generally send the PDFs in the Telegram group only. Okay, so do join that group. Next we have Prime Minister Modi unveils 4 biogas units in Assam. So all the important inauguration by Prime Minister becomes very important for your exam. So he has virtually inaugurated the construction for compressed biogas plants. Okay, compressed biogas plants by All India Limited in Assam on Swachh Bharat Divas. So we know that 2nd October is celebrated as Swachh Bharat Divas also. Okay, so he has inaugurated 4 compressed biogas plants, which is operated by All India Limited. Okay, and this is the part of the initiative to promote sustainable and eco-friendly energy. Now we all the nations are shifting from the traditional sources of energy like petrol, diesel and oil towards renewable sources. Alright, so it is the part of this initiative also. So Oil India Limited, in collaboration with Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, they have the they have the target of establishing 25 CBG plants by 24-25. Okay, so you can make a short notes here, that Oil India Limited plus Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas equal to 25 CBG by 24/25. All right. So just remember the key plants in Assam are located in, one would be located in Guwahati, second would be in Jorhat, third would be in Sivsagar, and the fourth would be in Tinsukia. So these are the 4 districts of Assam in which all the 4 biogas plants would be located. All right. So just remember these are some key facts about. And see, what is the entire purpose? A shift from traditional sources of energy towards green sources of energy. Now, 8 products used by Assam tribe granted GI tag. What is GI tag? It is basically a geographical indicator. Geographical indicator. Alright. So, it is basically any product which is known from the place it is created. Okay, geographical indicator. For example, have you heard of Tirupati Laddu? Guys, have you heard of Tirupati Laddu? Mention in the comment section if you know that, if you have heard about it. Or have you heard about the term Banarsi Sadi? So the name of the place is before the product name. It means that product is from that particular place and it has received GI tag. Okay. Have you heard of this? Banarsi Sadi, Tirupati Laddu. We have this. Have you heard of the most famous one, the Darjeeling tea? Have you heard? Yes. So the name of the place before the product signifies that this product belongs to this place. Darjeeling tea, right? It is one of the most oldest one, right? So it has received some geographical tagging. So these are the 8 products which is used by the Assam tribe and it has received GI tag status. So the name Bodo Jugwaran. This is a rice beer. So if you can see 3 rice beer are there. Alright. Bodo Gishi, Maibra Jao Bidwi. So you don't have to remember the entire name, right? You should know what is GI tag. There was a question in this year IBPS PO mains that for how much time, or let's say is international product also given GI tag? The answer was yes. We have French champagne. All right. Then they are also for the international products also. Okay. So what have we written? Also, so one thing you should remember, there was this question also a few years back that for how many years GI tag is valid? For how many years? So remember, this is valid for 10 years. Okay. So just remember the name. So after 10 years, you have to renew that tagging. Clear, everyone? So you don't have to remember the name. You should just remember 8 products were used. Then we have fermented fish known as Bodo Napam. We have rice powder curry, Bodo Ondla. Right? Semi-fermented food, festival dish, Bodo Guakha. And these are the certain products. And all those products are used by the Assamese tribes. Okay? So just remember this thing. Now coming to the banking and financial. Now this is very important. So keep your focus on the news as well. All right. Any question, everyone? Are you guys understanding our approach, how we are connecting the current things with the static thing? Any other question? Do mention in the comment section so that I can answer it. All right. So, report of the committee on MIBOR benchmark. What is MIBOR? It is Mumbai Interbank operated rate. Okay, so I will tell you one by one what is MIBOR. Okay, so there was this news that RBI has released a report of the committee on MIBOR benchmark. So there was this committee formed to see around that whether MIBOR is required or not, or we should shift from MIBOR to some other standards. Okay, so there was this committee chaired by, remember the name, Shri R. Subramaniam. Okay, so this review committee was there who was working on this MIBOR. Alright, and what was the purpose? It aimed to review Mumbai interbank outright rate over operation rate, alright, the same thing, and rupee interest rate benchmarks. And what was the objective of this meeting? Of this group? To explore the need for transitioning to new interest rate benchmark for improved financial stability. So they were focusing that we should we move from MIBOR to some other rates, or we should stick on the same MIBOR thing. So the committee was reviewing this thing. Now let's see what MIBOR is. Okay, what does MIBOR means? So first understand, there is this in money market, we have the term called call money rate. Okay, so what is call money rate? First understand this. It is the rate at which banks borrow and lend funds to each other on overnight basis. Okay, so let's say I am a bank, okay, and I have some there is shortage of fund in my bank. Alright, so in order to refill that money, I will talk to another bank. Hey, listen man, I have this much of short money. Can you lend me let's say 5 crore rupees? So that there would be a rate regarding this. So that bank would say, yes, I will lend you, and here is the rate of interest. Okay. So it reflects the liquidity condition and the target for monetary policy operation. So the rate at which one bank lend to other for overnight basis to fulfill their short-term liquidity shortage. Okay. Did you guys understand what is call money rate? Yes, no in the comment section. Then I'll tell you what MIBOR is. Yes, no in the comment section. Nishi, Gomti, Sabri, Ansh. Alright. Okay. So, one such rate is MIBOR benchmark. Okay. So, the full form is Mumbai Interbank Offer Rate. Again, see, O for offer rate, operation rate, anything you can see. Alright, both are correct. So it is an interest rate at which bank lend to each other overnight, right? So in India we use MIBOR. It is based out of at the international level there is the term called LIBOR. Okay, LIBOR is nothing but London Interbank Operated Rate. Okay, so you should ask the question, sir, why Mumbai? Why we have used the name Mumbai? We can use other cities also, no? Why we have used Mumbai? Because Mumbai is the financial capital of India. Okay, so all the stock exchange, the Bombay Stock Exchange, the National Stock Exchange, everything is situated in Mumbai. So they have used this, they have called this rate as MIBOR, Mumbai Interbank Offer Rate or Operated Rate. Okay, and this is used as a benchmark for loans, bonds and interest rate derivatives. Alright, so and this was set up by Financial Benchmarks India Private Limited. Okay, so this MIBOR was set up by FBIL. Clear? So this is MIBOR. Now let me tell you what you have written. Okay, all right. So now come to see, let's see what the report was saying. Okay, so this committee headed by Shri R. Subramaniam, they have submitted a report. Let's see what they have mentioned. First thing is overnight market funding rates. So whether we should shift from MIBOR to something else. Let's see. So the report recommends using the repo market for government securities TREP and market repo as more representative and robust measure for overnight market funding rate compared to the call money market rate. So they are saying that in place of, let's say, call money market, which is MIBOR in terms of India, we should use repo rate slash TREP. What is TREP? It is basically tri-party repo. Okay. What is happening in repo rate? One bank takes from the central bank at a given amount of rate. Okay. Or central bank lends to the banks for their liquidity. Right. So the rate at which they deal, one bank, the scheduled commercial bank or the other banks take loans from RBI, that rate is known as repo rate. Okay. And what is tri-repo rate? So in this there are three parties. One is the TREP. Let me explain you. See, these are the terms you should remember so that you can understand the current affairs. Okay. So in TREP we have three entities. Okay. 1, 2 and 3. Let's say 1 is the lender, 2 is borrower. Okay, so 1 will give money to 2. In repo rate, what is happening? The central bank is lending money to the banks. So 1 is lending to the 2. So now what is 3 is doing? So 3 is basically a third party who is basically the caretaker of the loan. Okay. So what will happen that, let's say the lender will, this borrower will, let's say, give some government securities or something, let's say any kind of collateral. So they will give collateral to this thing. So number 3, the third party would be the custodian of that loan. Let's say if borrower does not repay the loan to the lender, if number 2 don't give money to the number 1, what will happen? There is 3, he is the caretaker and he will ensure that the money would be returned to 1 within the stipulated time. Okay, so just remember this thing. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, no in the comment sections. Alright, so this basically handle the number 3 will handle the entire transaction. Clear? So just remember this thing. So this is known as TREP. Clear, everyone? What is TREP? Have you understood this term? So as per the news, they want to shift from call money to this repo rate thing because they believe that repo is more representative, because the entire Indian economy is based on the repo rate. If the repo rate is increased, we see that there is some turbulence. When repo rate is decreased, then it is called what? It is called expansionary monetary policy. Okay, when the repo rate is increased, it is known as contractionary monetary policy. There would be less liquid fund in the market. So is it clear, everyone? Is there any doubt, anyone? Please mention. Then they are following that interest rate derivatives. So the repo market is suggested for hedging interest rate derivatives, while call money rates may be used for derivatives aimed at speculating on monetary policy. So derivatives are what? That derive their value from some underlying asset. The underlying asset can be stock exchanges, the underlying asset can be gold, the underlying assets can be something else also. So anything which derive their values from some underlying asset, they are known as derivatives. Okay. Then the report also suggests that there should be foreign investor access, that the foreigner should also have the access, right? So it suggested granting non-residents gradual access to onshore interest rates derivatives. So they want that the foreigners should also have the access for the derivative market. Okay. So just remember this thing. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, no, so that I can understand that you have understood this concept. All right. Clear. Then they have also said that loan pricing in India. So increasing banks in India are linking loans to the policy repo rate. Right. Whereas international practice is to use interbank money market rate for pricing loans. Okay. So in India, what is happening is whenever we take a loan, okay, so the loan interest rate would be connected with the repo rate. In India, it is the general practice that the banks connect their interest rate with the repo rate. But internationally, what is happening that the interest rate is linked with the interbank operated rate. For let's say LIBOR, MIBOR, these were the interbank operated rate. So the loans the banks give to the people in internationally abroad is based on interbank operated rate. But in India, it is connected with the repo rate. So they want that we can also do the same. So this was the third observation. Okay. So these were the 4 or 5 observations made by the committee. So these are just the recommendation. It has not been implemented yet. So this is just the recommendation. When the central bank will apply these things, okay, in practice, then it will be called a practical use of this thing. Okay. Otherwise, it will be just be a recommendation, right? So what's your purpose? That you should remember what is call money rate, what is MIBOR. Okay, it is based on the international thing which is known as LIBOR, London Interbank Operated Rate. And it is, what is interbank operated rate? Whenever there is a shortfall in some liquidity, when there is short of money of one bank, they can ask the other bank, hey, please give me money for this small amount of time. So it is generally overnight thing, right? So now let's see what was tri-party repo rate. A secured borrowing rate involving third party agents, okay, that oversee the collateral management. It is a major source of overnight funds to banks and non-banks. And market repo rate, we all know that what is market repo rate? A secured borrowing rate where the transactions are backed by government securities. It involves direct agreements between the counterparties. All right. So on the basis of government securities, right? So these are the some terms. These are the basically overnight market funding rates. Clear? Call money rate and everything. I've already told you what is MIBOR. Clear? So this entire news was whether we should shift from MIBOR to repo rate or not. Okay. And this, there was some suggestion from that review. One was shifting from MIBOR to repo rate, allowing foreign access. Clear? These were some suggestions. You should remember the name of the committee chairperson, Mr. Subramaniam. All right. So this is about this news. Now coming to the next news, RBI releases DRG study on monetary policy transmissions and labor markets in India. All right. So this was the second news. What have you written? All right. So what is DRG? It is basically Development Research Group. Research Group. So it's basically, if you in simple terms, just remember it is the research body of Reserve Bank of India. Okay, and they have released one study. Study is based on what? Based on monetary policy transmission and labor markets in India. They have given this particular report. Okay, the title is Monetary Policy Transmission and Labor Markets in India, and these were the authors who have created all this. Okay. What was the focus of this thing? Impact of informality in India's labor market on monetary policy transmission under inflation targeting. So very complex term, line. Whenever there is some complex thing, divide into small things. Impact of informality in India, number one. Impact of informality in India's labor market. Right? The second thing, the labor market. On monetary policy transmission, number 3, under inflation targeting. So they are talking about informality. Informality means what? Lack of formal jobs. Okay, there is no agreement. They're just working like the street vendors. Okay, so those are known as informal sector. So what is the impact of informality? Okay, it is a nature of job, right? On labor, on monetary policy transmission. Okay, so on monetary policy is what? To control the inflation rate and other thing, to control the bank rates, repo rates, all those things. Okay, so that is monetary policy operation under inflation targeting. Okay, so they have identified that business cycle upturns are linked to increased formal employment and decreased casual employment. Whenever there is the growth in GDP, okay, when the business is doing good, then there would be more formal jobs because there will be more hiring. Let's say I am a owner of a company and the Indian economy is doing great. My revenue is also increasing, my profit is also increasing. What I will do, I will try to expand. I will establish 1 or 2 of my office in other places, and to operate those offices I would start hiring people. So the formal jobs would be more and there would be less casual job. So they were finding that when the business cycle upturns, means when the business cycle is good, there would be more formal jobs. Understood everyone? Is it clear what is business cycle upturns and how it increases formal jobs? Yes or no? See, I'm very patiently and making you understand all those things because these are some topics. If you don't understand right now, you won't be able to understand in depth what was this news about, and you will forget this thing. So Nishi, Gomti, Sabri, Ansh, are you guys understanding it? Only Nishi is saying yes. What about others? Sir, I'm coming just to see. I'll read from the PDF and I'll understand. See, PDF is already there. Okay, that is not a big deal. But these are some such topics that you have to have some understanding of the basic terms. All right, Ajampa. So then we have the one finding that contractionary monetary policy. I have used 2 terms, expansionary monetary policy and contractionary monetary policy. So when something becomes contractionary, when you compress something, when you contract something, okay, so this is known as contractionary monetary policy. And how it reflects in Indian economy? When it is all dependent on the repo rate. Okay, when RBI decreases repo rate, what will happen? What is repo rate? The rate at which central bank lends to the bank. Okay, when RBI decreases the repo rate, what will happen? Banks can take more amount of money from RBI, because they have decreased the rate. Let's say previously it was 5%. Let's say I borrowed money from RBI, let's say 1000 rupees from RBI. I am a bank, I am a normal bank. I borrowed from RBI at 5%, 1000 rupees I borrowed. So how much money I have to return to RBI? Let's say 5%. 5% of 1000 is what? 50 rupees. So 1050 rupees I have to return to RBI. But what happened? RBI reduced this rate to 1%. So now how much money I have to return? I have to return 1000, let's say 10 rupees. Okay. So now what I can do? I can borrow more than 1000 rupees. Then all the banks will have more money at their disposal. So they can give more loans. I am a bank. Let's say if I will take 5 lakh rupees from RBI now. Previously I was taking 1000 rupees. Now I will take 5 lakh rupees. So I would be having more money. I can disburse more loans to everyone. I can give more housing loan. I can give more car loans. I can give other loans. So there would be more money in the economy. There would be more money in the hand of people. This is known as what? Expansionary monetary policy. We are expanding. Okay, the money is expanding. All right. Okay, Gautam, thank you. Now it's opposite. Let's say RBI increases the interest rate. What will happen? I will take less money from RBI because the interest rate is higher. I'll become very greedy. I will become very miser. I will take less money from RBI. So I will give less money to people because I have less money overall, right? So this is known as contractionary monetary policy. Okay, so and how it is related with inflation? So let's say if people have more money in their hand, they are going to spend more. Okay, let's say I got my general, let's say I have generally 50,000 rupees in my hand to spend every month. But since monetary policy, the rates have been reduced, now I have more money in my hand. I am a normal person, I have more money in hand. What I'll do, I will go and buy one more TV. Okay. So similarly, all the people will have more money. So they are going to demand more. So what will happen? Let's say they are in market, there are only 5 TVs available. And I am also demanding, other person is also demanding. So what will happen? The shopkeeper will increase the price of that TV. Okay. Then the cost of commodity will increase. The value, similarly, the rates of onion will increase, the rate of tomato will increase. It means inflation has increased. The price of commodity, the goods and services has increased. Inflation has increased. And why? Because people have more money, they have demanding more. So either they can increase the price rate of the commodity so that people that will think that, oh, let's stop, don't buy this thing. Okay. Or what will they will do is there can be a supply constraint also. If people are demanding five TVs and they have total 5 TV with them, so what will happen? They will also try to ask the manufacturer, sir, please give us more TV. So it will finally increase the inflation. But let's say there is a contractionary monetary policy. Okay, people will have less money in their hand. They are not going outside to buy anything. What will happen? That no one is buying my TV. What I will do? I will decrease the rate. I will give discount, 100% discount, 200% discount on my television. Come, take it for free. So what is happening there? There is deflation. Okay, the price of goods and services is decreasing because people don't have money. They are not buying. So how is someone going to purchase by commodity? So this is called deflation. So see how the repo rate, okay, the government rate is related with the inflation. Okay, so monetary policy transmission under inflation targeting. So the contractionary monetary policy shock lead to reduced inflation. Okay, and growth after a lag using data from CME consumer pyramids. All right, so that it says that after a certain time it rebounds. All right, so just remember this thing. Is it clear, everyone? What is in this segment, how monetary policy is related with the inflation thing? Okay. Okay, so contractionary monetary policy lead to reduced inflation, means the prices will decrease. All right, everyone, is it clear? Have you understood? I have related everything with the static economy, monetary policy, inflation. These are all correlated. Okay. See, government also sees this thing. Government also watches that if, let's say, there are people are buying more. Okay, people have started spending more. What they will do? They will suddenly increase the repo rate to control so that inflation remains in the targeted rate. And what is the target range? It is 4 plus minus 2%. It means RBI have to keep the inflation rate between 2% to 6%. This is their target range. Okay. Yeah. So what is monetary policy? It is central bank action to manage the money supply and interest rate to achieve economic activities. What I have told you, how government controls the interest rate. So the objective is to control inflation, 4 plus minus 2%. Remember this thing, stabilize currency and promote economic growth. Okay. And how they do that? They use some instruments. They have repo rate. They have cash reserve ratio. So what is repo rate? Rate for bank borrowing from the central bank. Rate at which banks borrow from the central bank, or the rate at which central bank lends to the normal banks. Okay, what is cash reserve ratio? It is a percentage of total deposits bank must hold as reserves. Okay, so basically all banks should have certain amount of reserves, so that in case someone defaults on their money, they have a proper cushion. Okay, so this is CRR. Can you tell me what is the present CRR? Mention in the comment section if you know that. Then we have two type of monetary policy. One is expansionary and the second one is contractionary. Okay, so expansionary reduces rate to encourage borrowing. All right. Then contractually increases rates to control inflation. So we have seen that. All right. Then transmission change in policy rates affect lending and economic activity. So these are the different rates. So tell me, what have you written? Okay. All right. So did I say that expansionary? I believe I have told you that expansionary is increasing repo rate. All right. So just remember, I believe I have told you that. Just remember this thing. They reduces the rates. So if you reduce, people can purchase more. Okay. This is known as expansionary. I believe I have told the same or I have told opposite. Did I? One student is saying. Or I have told you the same thing. Same or opposite? What I have told you? Whatever. So just remember, in expansionary, they reduces the repo rate. When they reduce repo rates, people will have more money. Okay, they will purchase more things, right? And this can lead to inflation. So this is expansion. Contractionary means increase the rates. If they increase the repo rate, people will. The bank will have less money, people will have less money, they will buy less, and it can lead to deflation. It can lead to reduce inflation. All right. So just remember this thing. Okay. I believe I've told the explanation correct, but I believe I have told that in expansionary they reduce the interest rate. Clear? So next one is RBI Monetary Policy Committee reshuffling. We know that there is a monetary policy committee in RBI. Okay. So the government has appointed 3 new external members to the Reserve Bank of India Monetary Policy Committee. Very, very important news. This can be asked in your exam. Okay. So new external members are Mr. Ram Singh. He is the director, Delhi School of Economics. Saugat Bhattacharya. He is a noted economist, also is a famous economist. Then we have Dr. Nagesh Kumar. He is the director and CEO of Institute for Studies in Industrial Development. So you should remember these 3 names, that these 3 are new external members of RBI. So these were the 3 economists whose 4-year terms end on 4th of October. So these are the present one. They would be getting replaced. All right. Now the most important fact about Monetary Policy Committee. Key facts. So it was established in 2016 under RBI Act 1934. And how many people are there? What is the composition? So it consists of 6 members. Okay. From this, 3 are from RBI. All right. Including the governor. So RBI governor is the chairperson. All right. So in there 3 member from RBI, 1 member is the governor of RBI. All right. And there are 3 external member, government representative, government of India, you can say. All 3 have been appointed by the government. So the governor of the RBI is the chairperson of Monetary Policy Committee. And what is the primary objective? Target inflation. So what was the range I have told you? 4% with a 2% tolerance, means 2% to 6%. All right. They conduct meetings, at least 6 meetings in a year, to review the policy, and decisions are made by majority vote, with governor have a casting vote in case of tie. So whenever there is tie, because there are 6 members. Okay. So what happens? Let's say 3 people vote on the same thing, 3 people on the other. So in that time, the governor, the chairperson of Monetary Policy Committee, can make a casting vote that I am going to vote on this thing. Is it clear, everyone? What is monetary? See, today there are more of static things you should know to understand the current news, right? So just remember these things. Now SEBI tightens F&O. F&O is what? Future and options. So I'll tell you what are futures and options. So SEBI tightens F&O rules effective November 2020, announces slew of measures. All right. So they have implemented new measures. SEBI have implemented new measure to strengthen the index derivative framework. What are index derivatives? Those things which derive their values from the index. What are index? Let's say in India we have National Stock Exchange, we have Nifty 50 as one of the index. At the international level we have this S&P 500. So these are the indexes. So all those derivatives which derive their value from these indexes are known as index derivatives. Is it clear, everyone? Yes, no, try to answer it. Yes, no, whenever I ask you, at least mention why or n you can write. Okay, so tell me why n. Guys, Y or N? Are you understanding? Gomti, Gautam, Ajampa, Nishi, others. See, in the past few weeks, I remember at least 3 to 4 names who are very regular. Nishi is one of them. Gomti is one of them, right? Ajampa is one of them. Now Gautam is also getting regular in the classes. I've met Ansh and Sabri for this first time. So other ones, yes, no in the comment section. Are you guys there? All right, I believe you have understood the things. So there is increase in contract sizes. So lot sizes for index derivatives have increased from 5 to 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs. Remember this thing, creating a barrier to entry of inexperienced retail traders to help mitigate financial risk. So those who are less experienced, so they have increased the limit from 5 lakh to 15 lakh. So what will happen that those who are less experienced traders, they won't be entering into F&O. F&O are very risky business. Okay. So let me tell you what is F&O. Okay. Also they have this thing, weekly expiry limits. So all other measure were weekly expiry limits. Each exchange is limited to 1 weekly expiry per index, intended to reduce excessive trading and market volatility on expiry days. So they would be 1 weekly expiry per index for future and options. Okay, and what will be the impact on trading? These changes could lead to higher trading cost, encourage a shift towards equity or margin trading, and reduce small retail trader participation. So the small traders will participate less because the limit have also been increased. Also there would be expiry per index, 1 expiry per index. All right, and what is the entire purpose of this thing? Aim to stabilize the derivative market, especially during expiry days. Okay, now let's see what are future contracts, and let me give you a very simple way to understand all those things. Okay, so futures, by name it is very clear, futures. So it is an agreement to buy or either to sell an asset at a predetermined price on a specific date in the future. Let's say, are you guys clear getting what I'm teaching here? Yes or no? See, we are today focusing more on the static thing. Tell me. So let me explain you what are future. For example, today you agree to buy 100 boxes of, let's say, chocolates. I'm telling you with a very simple example. Let's say today you agree that you are going to buy 100 boxes of chocolate, let's say in future at, let's say on, let's say 10th of October. Okay, let's say you are going to buy 100 boxes of chocolate on 10th of October. Today, one box of chocolate is 10 rupees. So today 100 boxes is equal to 100 boxes will be equal to 1000 rupees. There is this person called, let's say, Nishi. Okay, Nishi, I'll tell Nishi that on 10th of October I'm going to buy 100 boxes of chocolate from you. Whatever the rate at that time would be, I have to buy that boxes from Nishi. That is my obligation. So let's say today's one box is rupees 10. Let's say on 10th of November, one box of chocolate becomes 100 rupees. Even then, I have the obligation, I have to purchase that from Nishi. Okay. So whether the price increase or whether the price decrease, if let's say one box of chocolates become 1 rupee, even then I have to buy. So if the box of chocolates become 100 rupees, then I would be having loss. Because see, I've told Nishi that I would be buying that chocolates. Let's say if the boxes of chocolates, the rupees value gets down, one box equal to 1 rupee, then I'll be having profit. Okay, so in this thing, futures, we have to buy whatever we have committed on a particular date in the future, right? This is called futures. Okay, have you understood? Have you understood what futures are? Yes or no in the comment section. All right. Hum sab ji mein. All right. Now options. By name it is clear. Options. You have the option whether you want to buy it or not. Okay. So it provides a right but not the obligation. Remember this thing. It is the key difference between future and options. All right. So it gives you the option. It gives you the right to buy or sell an asset at a specified price before the contract expires. All right. So let's say I again from Nishi, I have to buy, let's say 100 boxes of chocolates. Okay, on 10th of October. Today one box is equal to 10 rupees. On let's say 10th of October, one box becomes 1000 rupees. Then I have the option that I won't be buying from you. Nishi, sorry, I'm not buying from you because the rates have gone up. Okay, or let's say the rate decreases, so I will buy it. So there is an option that I can buy or not. Okay, so there is no obligation. I am not forced to buy that thing, but in futures I have to. Okay, so these are sometimes very risky. That's why these are very risky. All right. So what is the purpose? Used for hedging risk or speculating on price movement. So these are speculative trading also. You are making a speculation that the price will going to increase and or let's say the price is going to decrease, I'll buy more, right? So this is the purpose. So what in stock markets, or let's say in trading, what you are going to buy? You are going to buy other stocks, indices, commodities, currencies, etc. And this can be cash settle, or involve physical delivery of the assets. Okay, so I can come and deliver take boxes of chocolate from Nishi, or Nishi can come and deliver the boxes to me. Okay, so there is physical exchange also. So these are future and contracts. Now coming to the static part, SEBI. Chairperson is Madhuri Puri Buch. Full form is Securities and Exchange Board of India. Clear? Headquarters is in Mumbai. It was established in 1992 through SEBI Act 1992. It is a statutory body because it is created under an act. Now let's do the practice questions. All right. So question is, when is German Unity Day celebrated and what does it commemorate? So correct answer A, B, C, D. Very quickly. A, B, C, D very quickly. What is German Unity Day? Yes. 3rd October marks the reunification of Germany, West Germany and East Germany together. Excuse me. So B is the correct answer. What is the purpose of increasing the lot sizes for index derivatives to 15 lakhs as implemented by SEBI? What is the purpose to increase the lot sizes from 5 to 15 lakhs? A, B, C, D. To encourage more retail investors to participate in derivatives, to create a barrier for entry of inexperienced retail traders, to simplify the trading process, or to reduce the overall trading cost. Tell me, A, B, C, D. We have just seen. Yes, excellent, Gomti. B is the correct answer. To create a barrier for entry barrier for inexperienced retail traders. All right. So B is the correct answer. Next, which organization released the study titled Monetary Policy and Transmission and Labor Markets in India? Which of the following organization? A, B, C, D. Ministry of Finance, IMF, RBI, World Bank. Tell me, A, B, C, D. Yes, RBI. Excellent, Ajampa. Okay, so correct answer is RBI. Next, we have who is the chairperson of the committee of MIBOR benchmark released by RBI? Who is the chairperson of the committee who is looking after the MIBOR thing? A, B, C, D. Yes, Mr. R. Subramaniam is the correct answer. Great. Next, we have who has become the first woman Director General of Armed Forces Medical Services? Who is the correct answer? A, B, C, D. So, Aarti Sareen, exactly. So, Surgeon Vice Admiral Aarti Sareen has become A is the correct answer. Now, homework for you. What was the name of the missile attack launched by Iran against Israel on 1st October 2024? Let's hope this war doesn't escalate much. Otherwise, the stock market will going to crash down and you will going to lose your money. So don't do that. Don't pray with God that the escalation don't escalate, and so that people will not lose their lives. Okay. Because see, Middle East and West Asia are always in turmoil, right? So yes, Operation True Promise. So just mention in the comment section. All right. So this is it for today. I say today's session was very informative. From my point of view, it was very informative. It was very essential for you all to know and to understand these static terms. Okay, then only you would understand the news, what is given in the news, what RBI have done, what is F&O, what is MIBOR, what is call market. So this is very essential for everyone who is preparing for the banking exams, right? So sir, make a practice question from all current affairs teaching of the day. I didn't get make a practice question. So I have given you a practice question. I'm not getting what you're saying, Gomti. Kindly explain it. So make a practice question from all the current affairs teachings on the day. So we have already done that. We have already done the same thing. So one more thing, those who haven't joined that group, do join this GA by Yash sir /Oliveboard. So do join this group. I am sharing all the important PDFs there. Okay. Also, in our paid batches, we are starting this current affairs things. We are going with a topic wise approach, right? So we have already covered the national and international news, and today we'll be starting with the banking and financial news current affairs for September month. So do join that. So मीन्स आप जो GA करवाते हैं उनके क्वेश्चंस चाहिए इन्हें. So it is, you can download it from the PPT ना. You left some of the CA while preparing practice question. I left some of the current affair while preparing. Okay, you want questions on every topic you want. All right. See, the most important ones I have already given. Okay, and if you want, I can do that also. If you want questions on everything, you can do that. Okay, I'll try to give it to you. Okay, but I believe that if you're doing, see, I was thinking of doing an entire MCQ series for the daily current affairs thing at the end. I'll bring one YT session and we'll cover all the important MCQs. Okay. Yes. I see here all the 5 questions. These are the most important ones from the entire news. Clear? All right. So what I'll do is I'll bring one entire MCQ series for this entire month at the end of, let's say, October, and we'll practice all the important questions from each and every news. Clear? Why we don't always give questions on every news is so that you should also have the capacity to think. I don't say that this question will come in the exam, but I know that question on a similar line can come. Okay, so I don't want to bind it on bind you on a single question, right? There should be some flexibility so that different nature of questions can come. Clear? Yes. All right, so let's wrap up this session. Okay, and whatever questions you have, whatever doubt you have, you can mention in that Telegram group, because that is an open forum. You can come and chat to me, right? You can ask your personal doubts, you can ask whatever you want in that Telegram group, and I would be happy to answer all those things. All right, chalo, let's wrap up this session. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great day, enjoy, study hard, and Jai Hind everyone.